Back in May 2017, I was working on a project with Bill White from the Greenwood Cultural Center to create a new mural underneath the bridge there in the Greenwood district. The process was going great and we were wanting to continue the momentum, and so I said, hey, what about doing the big wall? The big wall being the wall that ended up being painted for the Black Wall Street mural. Got the thumbs up from the stakeholders in the community, and I said, well, hey, if we can get the permission to do the project, I will go about getting the funding. So I applied for the Typros Foundation grant and got it. The goal there was to grow the project from its original scope and its original idea to make it larger and more impactful. As we went through this process, it was very important to get support and the thumbs up and the involvement from a number of people. When I stand back and look at the mural, it makes me feel great. It's such an amazing accomplishment, and to understand that this was a 10-month process and how many people put their time and heart and effort into this project, and to be able to say that we made that happen, it's an amazing feeling. So anybody that's out there that's thinking about possibly applying, I would say go for it. As somebody who has gone through the grant process twice with Typros Foundation, 2 thumbs up.
When the idea for the Tulsa flag came across, I knew it was something that was right up my alley. We had talked about doing the Tulsa flag for a while, had never got around to really kicking it off, and when we saw the grant, we applied, thought that might give us a little kick to get going. I think the grant was something that not only was a catalyst, but also came with it a bunch of intangible benefits through the network of people who were ultimately the biggest supporters of this thing as it went through a 2-year process. It took so much work to get going and to get the submissions and to get through the process, but then it seemed like in an instant it was everywhere. Still to this day, when I have family in town, everyone points at the flag as we roll by. So it's a very visible change that was much more gratifying than I ever would have expected from the beginning. If you have an idea that you want to do and you're thinking about applying, you should do it just for the fact that it makes you think through the full plan of what you need to get going.
I had this crazy idea to do an art alley. The project kind of fell flat because we didn't have funding, and so it sat on the shelf for 4 or 5 years. Last year, a couple different people reached out to me and just said, hey Libby, you're full of crazy ideas. Do you have any you want to submit? I did. It was as simple as posting on Facebook and using the hashtag #MakeTulsaAwesome. And as a result, they liked the idea of the Tulsa Art Alley and sent us an application, and the rest is history. One of the big goals was to eliminate all the dumpsters. It was dumpster after dumpster after dumpster. So we are down to 1 trash compactor, 1 recycling unit, and 1 composting unit. Now you can take that same pathway and actually see 20 plus murals on the wall. Our neighborhood is composting, and that really just matters, and it does make Tulsa awesome. Typros helped us with PR. They created events around it. They wanted to see us succeed, and so they helped us. That seed money allowed other people to see our vision. We couldn't have done that without Typros giving us the money to start off.